Hello, this is Don Raleigh, the Superintendent of Pryor Public Schools. I want to go over some of the safety precautions that are going to work around our re-entry into our buildings for the school year. Under scenario one of our plan, students will come back to the physically being in our classrooms. To do that, though, we're going to have a number of things in place. The first thing that we're going to have is parents working with us and making sure that students are assessed every day and making sure they went through a checklist to make sure their health is in good place for them to be able to come to school. We're going to supply a magnet that goes on your refrigerator that has a checklist, and you'll find that on our website as well. But that checklist will be something that you'll assess their temperature, make sure they haven't been around anybody positive, and all the different things that we need to make sure they've been assessed before they even come to school. Once they get to school, our district has purchased walk-through temperature detectors at every one of our sites. That way a student comes in, they've been assessed at home, now they're going to walk through and they're going to assess their temperature again. While sometimes the temperature is not an indicator, between the assessment at home plus this indicator, we think that's another way for us to make sure that at least the kids are not running a temperature as they come in. We've added additional nurses. We now have 2 nurses that we added to our staff, so we have a nurse at every one of our sites. We're also hiring nurses aides to assist with the health situations as we deal with them. We've added a number of things as far as safety. We're doing directional hallways. We're also asking for our classrooms to be spaced in social distancing setups. We're eliminating group things. We're trying to do things based on CDC guidance and the American Academy of Pediatrics, to which we can create a classroom where learning can happen, but it's also as safe as possible. We are going to ask our secondary students that when they're in transitions, we are going to ask them to wear masks. Between the middle school and the high school, that was a time between classes where they're transitioning. We really can't control the social distancing that we really think we need to. So in that instance, we will be requiring students to wear a mask for that transition period. We're also doing grab-and-go lunches. We'll talk about food service in another video, but we are going to separate food situations. So one grade in elementary, for example, they may eat in their classroom, another grade may eat in the cafeteria, and another group may eat out on the playgrounds and have a picnic. And the next day they rotate so that everyone is not always in the same setting, but we have a safe spread out situation as much as possible. We've done additional training with our custodial staff. We have multiple ways that we're treating for disease and to sanitize and make sure that everything's clean. We're increasing our protocols. We've hired more custodians. We're doing things following CDC guidelines to make sure that we're putting everything we can into making this a safe environment for our students to return. More information and our entire entry plan can be found on our school website at pryorschools.org. Thank you.